Well, it is May Day, and to that end, I just have a quick announcement. What you should do is prepare for a general strike. If you work for somebody and it is conceivably within your means, I don't mean paying the bills, I mean not losing your job forever, not losing your career forever. If you can strike with your brothers and sisters in a general strike, conceivably, you should prepare for it. Now, there are jobs where you can't do that. For example, if somebody's life, if you're an at-home nurse and somebody's life depends on you doing your job, well, you can't strike because you're not going to be affecting the people you need to affect. There are certain jobs where it's just not conceivable. You might have kids that depend on you bringing in a regular paycheck, and missing even one or two will be devastating. Then you can't strike either. But for every group of 100 people, there's two or three that can conceivably do it. My request to you on this May Day, if you want your life to improve no matter where you are in the world, okay, let's start with the United States. No matter where you are in the United States, if you want your life to improve and you're not a billionaire, well, the thing to do is to prepare for a general strike. How do you prepare? Well, if you can, set aside money. You got rent or mortgage to pay. We are, of course, constantly enslaved in that manner. You've got heat to keep on, etc. Yeah, set aside some cash if you can. Set aside stocks of food. Ain't a joke. I mean, literally cans of food that aren't going to expire for years. Set aside a food supply. Try to, if it's easier for you, try to prepay some of your bills ahead of time and then simply keep prepaying them ahead of time so that at any given moment you're at least 2 or 3 months ahead on your bills. Why? Well, if the time should come, like for example, if we were to win a blue House and a blue Senate and a blue White House in 2024, the time should come that the American workers, let's say 3 or 4 big unions, agree to this. Insist upon a general strike to raise the minimum wage to a living wage. It will be a shorter strike the more people get involved with it. If there are accountants and lawyers and construction workers, road repair guys, landscaping gals, if there's just a swarm of unexpected Americans that join in, that strike is going to be much shorter and it's going to be much more fruitful. I would definitely recommend, if it is even conceivable that you could participate in a general strike, set aside striking resources now. Now, how serious is the likelihood of a general strike? I don't know of any group that conceivably, with a plan right now, is going to pull one off, is going to get one started. But remember, a big part of success is providing ourselves resources to work with. And it's a hell of a lot easier to achieve victory when you have your choice of resources. It's a hell of a lot easier, even if you're a small business owner, to get the minimum wage raised because your customers then will have more money to spend at your business. It's a hell of a lot easier if you have prepared. So, I would strongly recommend, in honor of this holiday, that you look at your finances. Look at your own personal situation, and if possible, start making preparations for a general strike. And in addition, look for organizations, by the way, if there is one, just being a subscriber to this channel should be enough to let you know. But look for organizations that would announce when a general strike is on. Maybe set up a Google alert, so on and so forth. But in a capitalist society, a general strike is going to be the most effective way people can force legislation through. We talk about the Second Amendment all the time, like, oh, if the government ever goes too far, we got our guns. Drones exist, ladies and gentlemen. Your guns ain't gonna stop the government from doing nothing. But our ability to resist, our ability to use force against the government has evolved, just like everything else has evolved. Think of a general strike simply as the American people issuing sanctions against the American government, or really any people issuing sanctions against any government, to achieve an end. It is force. And by the way, it is a level of force, it's the only level of force, really, that I recommend, I get behind. When a general strike comes, I think everybody who can be, should be ready to join, if it ever comes. If. It's unlikely, but if somebody does have the courage to do it, then we should absolutely join them. Set aside some supplies. Couple of cans of beans, I guess.